All across America this President's Day, support is pouring in for Jimmy Carter. The former commander-in-chief is now getting hospice care at his home in Georgia. Carter was elected in 1976. He celebrated his 98th birthday in October, making him the longest-living U.S. president.
After 40 years in business, the last Cal Worthington car dealership, Worthington Ford in Long Beach, is closing at the end of the month.
You may never have bought a car from him, but many Southlanders still grew up watching his quirky commercials. Christina Pascucci shows us more.
Cal Worthington and his dog Spot.
If you need a better car, go see Cal.
It was just part of his kind of natural humor to kind of come up with something like that, to tease other dealers that would just use a puppy. It seemed kind of silly, so he just took it to the extreme.
They don't get mad at me. My goodness, I'm not a Chevrolet dealer. You like, oh!
Everyone knows what you're doing. You're using a little puppy to try and get business. Well, here's an elephant. Here's my dog Spot, and everybody just loved it.
They want to know if my dog Spot is tranquilized. My dog Spot is not tranquilized. They want to know if she has her claws, and she does.
The employees of Cal Worthington Ford learned this week that the family's final car dealership had been sold. Nick Worthington's announcement coming nearly a decade after his grandfather's death.
It was an extremely difficult decision, which is why it's taken us almost a half century to make it. The employees have been around here longer than I've been alive.
If you want low payments, come to Worthington Ford.
Cal Worthington's ability to engage buyers and close a deal was legendary. At one time, his car empire totaled 27 dealerships that sold more than 1 million cars. Now the Worthingtons are shifting focus to their other businesses.
I'll try and stay off TV for the sake of Los Angeles. We do agriculture, we do real estate, nothing exciting, nothing anyone's really interested in. I'll try and stay out of your homes with my hat. Thank you, and thank you to a million people who went to go see Cal.
It looks like the hat lives on. Nick Worthington says his family will continue to support the community through their charity work, Southern California Children's Endowment.
Oh, as a kid, I watched that commercial.
Which
Go
one?
see Cal.
There was a couple of them.
Well, maybe not the black and white one.
The elephant, the bear.
In his later years. But yeah, I used to, watch cartoons and, those commercials used to pop up. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Brooke. We do have a mixed bag in terms of air quality, good to moderate. So we're okay throughout much of Southern California. Go out and enjoy your President's Day. We have sunshine and temperatures actually going to be warming up pretty nicely. We'll be looking forward to upper 60s, right around where we should be for this time of year, 67 degrees, maybe a little warmer as we get into the latter half of the afternoon. Sunrise is going to be gorgeous at 6:33 this morning. So we're looking at mostly clear conditions, but then rapid changes on the way, and it will all develop as early as tomorrow. A trough of low pressure is going to dig its way southward and bring us some really strong winds. We're talking about wind gusts of up to 50, 60 plus, maybe stronger mile-an-hour winds for some of our mountain communities and our desert areas and even some interior spots. So some wind alerts will eventually go into place as early as tomorrow afternoon. We'll be watching then for some rain right on the heels of those really gusty winds. So rain chances as we push into Wednesday, greater and more widespread rain into Thursday, Friday, and unfortunately Saturday as well. So you want to make sure you prepare accordingly. Now, this is a very cold system. We're getting a lot of Canadian air coming down with that trough. So snow levels could drop down, affecting your drive along the Grapevine through the Cajon Pass, as well as even areas elevated valleys and high desert communities. It's possible, not out of the question, that even some snow flurries can make it down to as low as a 2,000-foot level. So we'll see if that all pans out. But in the meantime, we are going to look forward to rain and, yes, mountain snow. We'll be looking at also winter weather alerts that will also go into place for our mountain communities. Again, all that not until the next coming days. In the meantime, look at this beautiful President's Day, 60s, low 70s, sunshine. And then the rapid changes will be pushing, especially going into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Again, those rain opportunities. We're talking about inches of rain possible after everything is said and done, because this is a long duration event. We're talking about 2+ inches of rain, if not greater, for some of our foothill communities. And snow looks pretty good for our resorts as well. We'll be watching if some of those snow flurries make it down to the high desert levels. Low deserts, it will be very gusty. Temperatures, though, before things really make a turn, 75, maybe even 76 degrees for the Coachella Valley. I have much more coming up. Send back over to you two.
I just want to thank you. Hey, check out what the National Weather Service caught on camera Sunday morning. That is a swarm of meteors in the sky over Goodland, Kansas.
Wow.
That's the northwestern part of the state. NASA says about 48.5 tons of meteoric material strikes Earth every day. Almost all of it vaporizing in the atmosphere. But you'll remember just last week, a 1,000-pound meteor crashed to Earth in Texas.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Looks like insects almost.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So wild. Yeah, to see.
Still to come, a monster weekend for Marvel's Ant-Man.
Yeah, ooh, plus, is your pet ready for a TV close-up? We'll tell you about Cadbury's search for their 2023 Easter Bunny and what you could win if your dog or cat is picked.